The Fox and the Crane, a story from Eastern Europe. Once there was a fox. He was running through the forest. It was a beautiful day. He was admiring the flowers, listening to the birds, and so he wasn't paying much attention to where he was going. And he stepped on a patch of leaves and branches that happened to be hiding a trap. As he fell into the trap through those leaves and branches, he fell into a deep pit, and he looked around. The pit was deep and the walls were sheer, and he said to himself, "I'm doomed." Just then he heard some rustling above, and into the pit fell another creature. It was a crane with long legs and a long, sharp beak. The fox looked at the crane and said, "We're doomed." The crane said, "Yeah, this is terrible." Fox said, "We're going to die." The crane said, "Maybe." Fox said, "Well, we will, for sure, unless one of us has an idea of how to escape. Do you have any ideas?" Said the crane. "I have one idea." "One idea," said the fox. "One idea is not going to get us out of here. We need a lot more ideas. It's a good thing I'm here." The crane, meanwhile, stood on one leg and began pecking at the ground. And the fox thought, "What a foolish creature. One idea, pecking instead of thinking. It's a good thing I'm here. I've got an idea. We could do that. Or, wait, or maybe we could do this instead. That might work. Or, I've got another idea, and another one. Oh, so many ideas. Which one would be the best? Which one would get us out of here? Which one to choose?" The fox began running frantically around the bottom of the pit. Meanwhile, the crane just stood on one leg and continued pecking at the dirt. "Do you have any more ideas?" said the fox. "I've got one idea," said the crane. "Well, it's a lucky thing I've got a lot of ideas. I've probably got 100, probably got 1,000 ideas. Question is, which one would be the best idea? Which one to choose? Which one to choose?" The fox was running and running and running, kicking up clouds of dust. The crane stood on one leg and pecked at the dirt. And then both the fox and the crane heard something, footsteps approaching. It was the hunter, of course. And as soon as they heard those footsteps approaching, the crane fell to the bottom of the pit, lying there motionless. The fox, meanwhile, was still trying to decide which of his 1,000 ideas to use. The hunter cleared away the brush and looked into the pit to see if he'd caught anything. "Whoa," he said, "this must be my lucky day. I've got two creatures, a fox and a crane." And looking further, he said, "Looks like that bad fox has already killed that beautiful bird. Well, I'll get the crane out of there, and then I'll see what I can do about the fox." So the hunter reached in and grabbed the legs of the crane, pulled the crane out of the pit, and set it aside on the ground. Meanwhile, he turned his attention to the fox, who was still running around and around and around, trying to figure out which idea would get him out of there. But as soon as the crane was on the ground, the crane stood up, spread his wings, and flew away, calling out, "I only had one idea, but it was a good one." And that's how the crane, who only had one idea, flew away free, while the fox, who had 1,000 ideas, became a fur collar on the hunter's wife's winter coat. Those 1,000 ideas didn't help him very much, did they? But one idea, that was good enough. It is said that Alfred Nobel, the man for whom the Nobel Prize is named, he once said to colleagues, "If I have 1,000 ideas, and only one is a good one, I'm satisfied," as I'm sure the crane was satisfied.